Good morning, one and all. In the last lecture, we have discussed about definition of DFT, IDFT, and we have solved examples related to the DFT and IDFT. And we have checked how to calculate DFT of 4-point, DFT of 8-point, and also we have checked how to calculate magnitude as well as phase of the DFT part. So today we will discuss the second next property, next topic as properties of DFT. So this properties of DFT plays very important role for the processing of the finite duration sequence. So the way how we have discussed the properties of system, properties of Fourier transform, properties of Fourier series. So likewise, here we have around 10 to 12 properties for this DFT also again. So let us understand one by one. So first, the periodicity property. We have learned in the last semester about periodic signal. Can anyone tell me the answer for what is the statement of periodic signal? When the signal is said to be a periodic signal?
The amplitude of a signal changes constantly with respect to time.
The amplitude of first signal. No, madam. Can you just rethink on that part and tell me once again? Periodic signal. The signal, which signal we are calling it as a periodic signal?
A signal which is constantly changes with the time.
Okay, a signal which is periodically changing with a fixed interval of time. Means the signal which is repeating again and again with a fixed interval of time. Such signals we are calling it as a periodic signal. And what is its condition? What is its condition? We have discussed both continuous time periodic signal as well as discrete time periodic signal. So what is the condition of periodic signal?
X of t equal to x of t plus t0.
Yes, very good. So it is for a continuous time signal. We have learned x of t equals to x of plus t0. Means the equation should be satisfied for any value of t0. So then only we are calling it as the signal is periodic signal. Now here, first you write down the title for today's class is properties of DFT. Under that, you first write periodicity of property, periodicity property. Hope you are writing the title. Have you noted? So here, so let me tell you about the statement of this. So we know that if I take a DFT of x of n, we are getting the signal as x of k. Then if x of n plus n equals to x of n, so this is what the statement for the periodicity property. Then in terms of frequency domain, we are writing it as x of k plus n equals to x of k. This is nothing new again here. This is already we have discussed, and we need to prove this in terms of DFT. Please note down the statement of periodicity property. So with the definition of DFT, we will prove this. Sorry. What is the definition of DFT in terms of mathematical form? Can anyone give me the response? Definition of DFT in terms of mathematical form. Hope I am audible clearly.
Yes, sir.
What is the definition of DFT?
x of k equal to summation n equal to 0 to n minus 1.
Further,
X of n
so
e raised to
here I have just displayed the definition of DFT is x of k equals to, this is what a definition of DFT we are writing. Definition of DFT. What is that? That is x of k equals to n equals to 0 to n minus 1, x of n e power minus j 2 pi by n kn. Now here, just replacing the value, replace the value k by k plus n. Replace the value k by k plus n. Then what happened? We will write here. So this is what the value we are having, x of k plus n. I have just replaced k by the value k plus n. So here I have written the k plus n equals to 0 to n minus 1. X of n, I kept it as it is. E power minus j 2 pi by n, again as it is. Just I have replaced the value of k by k plus n, and n is as it is again. So now simplify this part further. So n equals to 0 to n minus 1, x of n, e power minus j 2 pi. What is happening here? 2 pi k by n we will get. Then again, one more term is e power j 2 pi n by n. So n get cancels. So we will get it as j 2 pi n. So after simplifying this term, we are getting it as e power minus j 2 pi n, e power minus j 2 pi k n. Okay. So now can anyone tell me what is the value of this? E power minus j 2 pi n. What is its value? For any
cos
value
2
of
pi
n. Yes. So this I can write it as e power minus j 2 pi n can be written as, how we can write it? Cos 2 pi n
minus j sin 2 pi
minus
n.
j sin 2 pi n. Okay. Cos 2 pi n minus j sin 2 pi n. So for any value of n, what happens to this function? So this term goes to 0. This will be 0 and this will become a 1. For any value of n, the e power minus j 2 pi n will be always 1 it is. So is this equals to 1, right? So that means then the next part will be, so you will get this way. So it is x of k plus n equals to 0 to n minus 1. This part I am just writing x of n as it is, and this term as it is, x of n into e power minus j 2 pi k n. This is again same as what? A definition of DFT. This is same as our definition of DFT, and that we are writing it as x of k. Understood? Have you understood this? How we have proved? समझ में आया?
सर
हाँ.
ते कॉस टू पाय ते त्याचा पार्ट जरा समजून सांगा e टू मायनस j टू पाय n चा.
Okay. Just a minute. Huh? Okay, let me write it once again and I will tell you. तो यहाँ पे what we have written is e power, if I have it is e power minus j 2 pi n is equals to cos pi n, sorry, cos 2 pi n minus j sin 2 pi n. Okay. So if I take n equals to 0, क्या होगा वैल्यू? e power 0, which will be equals to, मतलब ये टोटल वैल्यू हो जाएगा. Like if I take n equals to 0, in that case cos 0 minus j sin 0, so which will be equals to 1 आ गया. At n equals to 0 we will get it as 1. ठीक है? At n equals to 0 we are getting it as 1. Then suppose if I take n equals to 1, in that case what will happen? वो टाइम पे क्या होगा वहां पे? Cos 2 pi होगा minus j sin 2 pi. So in that case also this value goes to 0 and this will be 1. Then cos 3 pi के लिए भी value 1 रहेगा. Likewise for any value of n, this cos function is always 1 and sin function is always 0. तो उसके लिए we are writing e power minus j 2 pi n always 1 for any value of n. Understood?
येस सर.
कळालं का? हा फंक्शनचा व्हॅल्यू कुठल्याही व्हॅल्यू ऑफ n ला 1च राहत होते. ठीक आहे. So that's why I'm just writing it as n equals to 0 to n minus 1 x of n e power minus j 2 pi by n kn equals to x of k. You please note down this. Just note down this proof so that you can understand again. Still anybody has any question? Any doubt? Next property is linearity property. And please tell me the statement for linearity property. Yes, anybody? When the system is said to be a linear. I think this property we have discussed at least like 4 or 5 times. We have discussed this property in terms of system. We have discussed this property in terms of Fourier transform. We have discussed this property in terms of Z transform. We have discussed this property in terms of Fourier series. Only notations are changed. Meaning will remain same. Yes, who will tell me? Can anyone speak up? So who will tell me the answer for this? Rutuja is there? Rutuja Dekne. Rutuja, are you there? See, if you people are not responding when I am taking your name, then simply I will put you as absent. Akansha,
Yes, sir.
can you tell me the statement for linearity property?
X of t equal to
Yes. What? Continue. What further? Who will tell me the answer for this? Can anyone tell me the answer for linearity property? So this is the effect of COVID-19. Everything is going on online और आपको सबको online से ही चल रहा है, right? The things are not entering in your mind. It's all because of your carelessness, negligency. Yes. What is the meaning of linearity property? Shaili, can you tell me condition of linearity? You said the correct answer.
A1 x1 of n plus A2 x2 of n equal to A1 y1 of n plus A2 y2 of n.
Okay, very good. But when you are talking in terms of both the side, n will not be there. right? Both the side cannot be a time domain function. What it will be? Notations, you need to think of that part. A1 x1 of n plus A2 x2 of n equals to what? If it is in terms of z term, let us assume that in terms of z term. So how do you express the output? n के बदले में क्या होगा z term में?
Z, n is
Z
replaced by Z.
Z रहेगा. So what you are going to write? The statement is said that a combination of sum of inputs will be equals to the addition of the outputs in terms of z domain. That means a1 x1 of n plus a2 x2 of n equals to a1 y1 of z plus a2 y2 of z. So that is in terms of z domain. The same way we will understand here in terms of the DFT, right? So you please note down the statement of this linearity property. If I take a1 of n DFT, then we are getting the answer as x1 of k. If I take x2 of n DFT, then we are getting the answer as x2 of k. Then if I take a DFT of combination of inputs, that is a1 x1 of n plus b x2 of n. Then if I take a DFT of this part, I'm getting addition of the DFTs, that is a x1 of k plus b x2 of k. So please note down this statement. Again, by using the definition of DFT, we are going to prove this statement. So this is the definition of DFT. Then by making what change, I will come to this conclusion. Can anyone tell me? So how do we prove this? So what the replacement I need to do here?
Replace x en by n plus one sir क्या
Replace n by let x of n is equals to what is given here. This is what the time domain function, right? So I can take it as x of n equals to a x1 of n plus b x2 of n, and by writing its DFT we will prove this. Okay, so let us assuming that value. Let me take the next part. देखो अभी मैंने क्या कर रहा हूं यहाँ पे? I am just replacing this function, replacing x of n यहाँ पे. This is replaced, x of n is replaced by a x1 of n plus b x2 of n, and this part I am just writing it as omega n to the power kn. Both are same. So here omega n to the power kn can be written as omega n to the power kn can be written as e power minus j 2 pi by n into kn. Both are same. Don't get confusion. Okay. Now n equals to 0 to n minus 1, a x1 of n, omega n to the power kn. I'm just separating these two terms, separating, plus n equals to 0 to n minus 1, b x2 of n, omega n to the power kn. Now again, according to a definition of DFT, what I can write for this? क्या लिख सकते हैं अभी यहाँ पे? Can I write it as this way? a1 x1 of n plus b2 x2 of k.
yes sir
Okay, this is what, like I said, our definition of DFT, and then definition of DFT. Second summation also, as a is constant, I'm just keeping a as it is, and rest all term is same as x1 of k, plus b is constant term, I'm keeping as it is, and rest all term is same as a definition of DFT. So I'm writing it as x2 of k. So this is the required proof again. Understood?
yes sir
Any question here? Anybody has any question? The next property is circular symmetry of a sequence. So till now we have discussed down the linear part of a symmetric functions. So today we are going to discuss on how it is symmetric about the circular part. That is a circular symmetries of a sequence. Rather than shifting the values and noting the values in terms of linear fashion, so that we are just shifting the value in terms of circular fashion and getting the values and understanding the functions. Okay, so then hope I am audible clearly. आवाज आ रहा है ना मेरा?
हाँ सर.
So let us note down the statement of this. So actually what we are doing here is, we have discussed in the last lecture like what is periodic sequence, right? You just note down parallelly and just I will explain you parallelly also. Like consider sequence x of n and its DFT is x of k when IDFT taken as a periodic sequence xp of n. So here we are writing it as xp of n as a sequence. So this is, let's call it as equation 1. Let's call it as equation 1. Then xp of n is equals to L equals to minus infinity to infinity x of n minus Ln. Okay. Then further, if I want to write a relation between x of n and xp of n, then we are writing this as an equation. So x of n equals to xp of n for 0 less than or equals to n less than or equals to n minus 1 and is 0 otherwise. So this we can understand with the graphical part also. So what I am doing here is, I am just taking one sequence x of n. So this is a x of n sequence, right? Which has the samples from 0 to 3 with the amplitude 5, 4, 3, 2. And then this is what a periodic repetition of the signal. So what I am doing is I am just repeating this particular signal with a fixed interval of time. इसका period क्या है? अभी कोई बता सकते हैं मुझे? What will be the period of this sequence? What is the period of the sequence? Who will tell me? So this is, I am calling it as periodic signal. Periodic signal. So what is its period? After what samples the signal is repeating?
4.
4 samples. मतलब ये 4
Four.
सैंपल के बाद सिग्नल आपका रिपीट हो रहा है. तो n का वैल्यू कितना हुआ अभी?
4.
4. क्योंकि हम बोल रहे the signal is said to be a periodic signal if it is repeating with a fixed interval of time, right? Means here after every 4 sample the signal is repeating. तो उसके लिए this is what we are calling it as a periodic repetition of the signal. So that is how we are represented here, and which is having the value from L equals to minus infinity to infinity. Now I want to compare this signal with this first signal. So what I am writing is x of n equals to xp of n for the limit 0 to n minus 1. Means I am converting this infinite signal to a finite signal, right? So finite signal के लिए हम process कर रहे हैं. So that's what I am writing it as x of n equals to xp of n for a limit 0 to n minus 1. So what is the limit here? It may be 0 less than or equals to n less than or equals to 3 according to our example, right? Understood? Let's call it as equation 2. This is our equation 2. समझ में आ रहा है?
Yes sir.
Anybody has any question here? Anybody has any question?
No sir.
Okay, so let's further, what we will do is, we will just shift this value. We are just, let me shift this signal by some k value, right? Ye signal ko main kya kar raha hu abhi? I'm just shifting by the k value. Let's see in the further part. See here, right? So here I'm just writing it is, you just write that. Let xp of n shifted by k units. Let xp of n shifted by k units to the right, then to the right, then we are writing it as, x dash p of n equals to xp of n minus k. X dash p of n equals to xp of n minus k. What I'm doing here, I'm just shifting the periodic repetition of the signal by k sample. So here I have taken the k equals to 2. So क्या होगा if k equals to 2, whether the signal is shifting right side or left side? क्या हो रहा है? If I am taking the value of k equals to 2 here, then whether the signal is shifting to the right side or left side? Hello?
राइट साइड सर.
Right side को shift हो रहा है.
हाँ सर.
So what we are doing here is, so here, so this is xp of n minus k. Or
Yes, sir.
so that's how circular shifting in clockwise is represented by, just note down this, circular shifting in clockwise is represented by x of modulo n plus 1 4 and is shown in figure, just note down this, shown in figure. तो यहाँ पे क्या चेंज हो रहा है अभी, कोई बताएंगे मुझे? So what is the change here? x of n minus 1 और x of n plus 1 में क्या डिफरेंस आ रहा है? Yes, वहां पे हमने clockwise, anti-clockwise we are rotated, whereas here we are rotating it as a clockwise direction में हम rotate कर रहे हैं यहाँ पे. This is 0 1 2 3, so that is the difference. So that is what we are calling it as the circularly shifting in clockwise, that is represented as x of n plus 1 4 and is shown in figure. So this is about the circular shifting of a sequence. So I think we need to stop it here. So further we will discuss again. With some examples. Hello? Have you
Yes, sir.
noted this?
Yes, sir.
ठीक है. So we will stop it here and further we will continue again with the examples. Thank you.